Alright there, Procrastinauts, mine's Pleborian, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program, this time in version 0.17. Alright, nice. We have all been very excited to see this. I know you guys have been dying to see me upload some episodes of this, and I know I've been dying to play it, but first, there are a few things I want to get out of the way. This one is probably the first and foremost things on my list of things to do. Over the past week, I have noticed that one or two of you have been posting links to download this game illegitimately. Now, if I catch you doing this on my comment section, or my Skype for that matter, you will be blocked, reported, and there will be no reprisal for you whatsoever. So please, ladies and gentlemen, don't pirate this game. It costs like $18, it's an indie game, so they don't get as much money as, say, the AAA developers do. If it was an EA game, I'd say, yeah, go rip those bastards off regardless, because they're cunts. But seeing as how it's Squad who make this game, and I'm big fans of Squad, don't do it. For the love of God, do not pirate this game. But right, that's the rant out of the way with. Okay, so we're going to jump straight in. We're going to hit start game, and the first new feature of 0.17 we see is this second little screen off the title. Now, here we've got training, we've got scenarios which are like custom missions similar to the training, and we've also got this, the resume and start new game. Now, I've had it before where I've used different builds of rockets for different situations, but I never like the two going together, i.e. the Legacy and the Capolo. They're two rockets that I never use in tandem with each other. Well, I mean, I've not used the Legacy in a long time because the mods aren't out, but if I ever wanted to keep them separate of each other, but still play them on one game, then now I can. I'm just going to hit resume save because I've already got Pleborian logged in, because I want to show you some things. Now, I know a few of you were expecting to see the Armstrong today. Sadly, that's not going to be happening until some of the mods get fixed. Now, all the craft I have ever made, the Capolo, that's broke. The Armstrong, that's completely fucked. That's not being saved. The Falcon 1 and 2 evidently did use a bug when I was adamant that they didn't, so they're completely fucked and need a redesign. And obviously the Legacy's completely MIA while we're still waiting for the Cosmos pack to re-release the parts. So today I'm going to be building a new Capolo from scratch. I've still got the Capolo mem from the last video, except this time this one's been renamed to the I-mem, as in interplanetary. Oh shit! What did I refer this to? It was the Minmus vehicle last time. It was the Interplanetary Multi-Purpose Excursion Module. Now, the first difference you'll notice is that there are 4 SRBs on it this time round, and the bottom engine is different. Now, apart from that, it's still the same craft, but because the way the docking mod has been broken by this update, I can't actually use this. So I'm going to start a new fresh one with the mem built on top, pre-docked. It's one that I've already built. I've also made some slight adjustments to it before now, but I'm going to build this in super fast time, which is something I've not done in ages, so I'm going to have to find some really awesome music, and then I'm going to loop it over the top. So I would say build long, but I'm going to release this craft file as soon as this episode goes out. Rather than wait till the end of the mission, I'm going to put it up beforehand, provided Yugi87 gets back to me on how he feels about me releasing his CFG edits for the mem. Hopefully that will he won't have a problem with that, and I can release these straight to you, so you guys won't have to go through the parts and CFG edit yourselves, because I know some of you guys don't know how to do that. But I'll get that sorted for you, don't worry about that. Good old Pleborian will come through for you on that one. So without further ado, 3, 2, 1, go!
Much about nothing, it's never done.
Alright, there we go. One pre-built ship. Now, there's a couple of things that are missing here, and my staging isn't exactly correct. Or at least it doesn't seem correct. The ASAS module there seems to be missing, and it doesn't seem to have popped up anywhere, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. Oh, I'm going to bring this down as close as I can get it to the floor. Right, actually going through. And the last thing that we need, all the way to the front page. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good time. So I'm just going to put them there. They should be on the bottom thingamabob. Right, okay, that's not where they want to go. Right, okay, so one finished craft. Nice. Save, and let's get ourselves to the launch pad. Now, I already had this thing pre-built, and I've already tested it out to get us to Mars as well. Well, Juno, as it's properly called. I keep calling it Mars. But the reason why I've rebuilt it is because I was having a bit of an issue with the way the SAS was draining. One other difference as well, you'll notice, is that I've used a slightly bigger tank here. Never mind, I wouldn't worry about that too much. This is definitely going to get us to Juno, and I hope it will definitely work as well. Let's see, we've got Bill, Jeb and Bob. Right. Normally I do a countdown at about this point, however, seeing it as we are probably not in the right position to get into Mars, I'm going to have to speed up time a little bit again. Now, the way I've worked this out is that Juno needs to be in front of us, but not by much. If you've ever... It's kind of the same as what I would do for a moon burn, except rather than aiming with it at quarter to, I've got to aim at it, fucking hell, with about, I think Scott Manley said it was 35 degrees. Although I didn't get to see him use it because I only watched that one episode. I'm sure it was 35 degrees he said. But either way, I know where I'm heading right now, but like I said, we have absolutely nowhere near of a chance in hell of getting to Juno in this current position. So while we're on the launch pad, we can fast forward time to all the way, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this planet catch up to Juno, and we should be good to go. With a bit of luck anyway, provided this rocket's all set up nicely. Another difference from this Apollo and the last Apollo with the docking mods is that I have included an extra seat inside the lander pod this time. It's just because that when we get to Juno, getting back, I don't have a fucking clue how to do it. A return journey from an outer ring planet is going to be very, very fucking hard. I don't have a clue on how to do it. I can get there, no questions asked, but I know we'll probably have to speed up time quite a bit, and doing that in orbit isn't good. Alright, you know what? I'm happy with where we are now. I think we're in the perfect position. No, I'm going to fast forward it a little bit more, just to be sure. Right, it's just past the 45 degree mark there. That's possibly right, so we're good to go. So we're going to do thrust up to 1/3 because we never have this rocket on max thrust. Right, here we fucking go. Okay, so countdown. First mission to Juno recorded for my channel. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Sweet, we're up, no questions asked. Perfect. Good times are had by all at the Kerbal Space Program. Oh man, alright, so it's a very, very long way to go. Very long way indeed. Right, now we're up. I'm going to quickly change my angle. I've noticed as well that a few people have said that this isn't the most efficient way of burning, but I've tried doing it a couple of other ways, but I just can't seem to get it as efficient as this. I think it's just how I've learned how to play this game. It's bizarre. Lots of people have lots of different techniques for playing it. It's madness. That's what makes this game so good. It's got that water cooler talk effect, where two people can gather around a water cooler and they can both share experiences, both completely varying from each other. One of the great things about this game. I just hope this fucking staging is set up right, otherwise this is going to be a short mission, and I really should not have deleted that other craft file. But hell, you guys need to see it being built, so you can understand the kind of issues that go on behind it. I mean, it's all well good being given a craft to fly, but seeing how it's built, I think gives a person a bit more of an understanding, or at least it does with me anyway. Because when I've built craft before, it's usually because I've watched someone else's video. That's if I haven't designed my own craft, that is, which seems to be the case these days. It's been a while since I've actually stolen someone else's craft. In fact, I think the last craft that I actually stolen was one of the Winter Owls. Saying that, it was he had a little escape pod for one of his space planes. Was it the Grunt Heavy Lifter? No, it wasn't the Grunt Heavy Lifter. But he had basically a jettisonable escape pod with a SRB behind it. Basically, I took that and changed the SRB for a liquid engine, and I strapped some wings and some wheels to it, and it worked as a plane. In fact, I'd like to show that off at some point. I do have Nova Punch installed, but it's a bit of a kick in the balls to Winter Owl, because it was his concept first. If he wants to show off something like that, then he can do, by all means. Right, actually, before our orbit gets too low, I'm just going to quickly point myself back up again. When it comes to the point of orbit, I do need to get up as high as I can. And then what I do need to do is, by the time we come back round here, we need to be quite low for a slingshot kind of effect. Now, this will be the first time I'm actually trying the slingshot effect, so it'll be interesting to see if it works. But given how I've been playing it recently over the course of the weekend while I've been mastering the art of getting to Juna, then the slingshot's kind of become more apparent on what it actually does to me. If there's one good thing about this game, it's that even though before I started playing it I had no clue on orbital mechanics or any of that jive jargon, now I kind of do. If someone were to stick me in a rocket in space, although I wouldn't be able to pilot it directly, I reckon I'd be able to have a good idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. Say if like all the crew are dead and it's just me, I'd be able to I'd have an idea of what to do. Although I probably wouldn't be able to do it regardless, and I'd still go crashing and burning up to my death. But hell, at least I know orbital mechanics for whenever we start getting flying cars and spaceships and trips to the moon on a daily basis. The daily commute to the moon. But I don't think I'll see that in my lifetime, which is kind of sad, but never mind. We are getting some extreme delta V here, so I'm going to angle my craft back down. Do this kind of burn. And let's see if we can get ourselves a nice full orbit out of this before the engines run out. Which we seem to be. Okay, 60... 70, so we are out of the atmosphere. That's good news. And then I'm going to leave that at 300. Yes. Right. Okay. So my plan: get on this part of the planet here. Now, if I zoom out a little bit, right there we go. Okay. So what? Oh god, it's faded away already. Right. What I want to do is I want to get on the, I don't know what to call it, the orbital path of the planet, and then, given how if I wanted to burn that way, then I burn this side here. Now, to give me a bit more of a precision burning arc, what I want to do is I want to get myself proper lined up with its orbital path just before I do anything. But you know what, actually, we're done with this stage. Even though it's got like a tiny wee whippet of fuel left, I'm going to abandon it and take the next stage. Right, okay. Safely eject. Right, okay, nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to spin around. We're going to spin around the universe, because it's a long, long trek around the universe. We all know this by now. I'm going to take a quick sip of me Monster Ripper. See now, go a bit faster, would you? Right, where's that shadow of the planet? Right, okay, here we go. What's that over there? Ike. Right, so that's the kind of direction we're heading. We know that much. Ike is what's its face's moon. Juna's moon. Right, okay, so we're effectively at the prograde already. Now, what I am going to do, just get myself a bit of a zoom out. I can't really tell. Right, okay, so I'd say I'm just about on the mark of where I want to be going, so I'm going to hold it there. Is my staging being correctly set up? No, because I need to activate the next stage, which will activate the engines, and now we're going to casually give ourselves some thrust. Now, you can see the effect of the slingshot here. Now, I'm coming back down towards periapsis at some speed, and it's already got me up to 2,500 meters per second. Normally, when I've done this, it's been at like 2,000 meters-ish. I was hoping the slingshot would do me some favours. See, this arc will boost itself out quite a bit with the rapid increase of speed that we're getting right here. So, I bet, look, this is going to work. I won't mind. I spent all weekend mastering the art of getting to this place. If this doesn't work now, I'm going to be a little bit miffed, just to say the least. Alright. I know we're looking at about 3,000 something meters per second, I'm sure we are. I know it's less than 4,000 required for the initial delta V to reach this place. Yeah, here we go. We're getting out now. We're getting right out there. Do not intercept the moon under any circumstances. Yep, there we go. Oh, another thing I should talk about. You might have noticed a purple line right there. Now, that purple line is an options config. Now, apart from the CFG config, something I've learned recently is that you can do an actual CFG edit of the game itself. And somewhere in there was an option to have multiple encounters drawn. Now, normally when you have this line here, it doesn't show you the next encounter. But now, because of this setting that I've got changed, I'll tell people how to do that. I'll show you. I'll put the code in the description how to do it. But yeah, so when this eventually gets out to where it's going, we should see a purple intercept line